Mature content warning. This computer software contains content that may be unsuitable for some players, including depictions of violence, sexual conduct, abuse, rape, mental illness, murder, discriminatory language, and suicide. This work does not in any way endorse or affirm criminal acts or violations of human rights. By continuing beyond this point, the user agrees he or she or they acknowledges above does not find such content described above offensive nor obscene and is requesting this content as in good mental. Well, hello everyone. I don't know why we start off with achievements. But yeah, welcome back. Merry Christmas. Today is Christmas when I'm recording this. And I thought I would just have a a week off for Christmas because I don't know, I feel like I needed rest. But at the same time, I really want to play this game back because, to be honest, I don't really remember where we left off. I think the double ganger thing happened, and then oh yeah, I think I remembered. We are in the cafe, and then we're gonna go see our boy Minakami? Maybe? Anyway, let's just jump into the game, shall we?
やっぱり君、メガネなんてしない方がいいよ。誰の真似かわからないけど、伊達メガネなんてしても君の愚鈍さは隠しきれないから。
Right, we borrowed Kawase's shower. We start off not on a cliffhanger, which is unusual for me, but it's fine.
失礼な。それにあれは伊達メガネではない。
そうだね。瓶底メガネっていうのかな。
I had started wearing them a while ago. What I was most concerned about though was how Kawase's mouthy insults seemed soft and lacked of their usual bite. Kawase stirred his coffee a little as he looked out on the window.
君に悪くない頼みがあるんだけど。
Ooh, what is this?
ん？
こっちに来て。
Of course. Kawase said as he pointed out towards the window. Oh, I thought he was asking us to sit in the sofa beside him. Well, disappointment. A dull blue umbrella had fallen into the garden. A timid-looking figure stood beyond the iron gate.
ネズミ小僧のつもりか知らないけど、近頃変なガキどもがうろついててさ。
They're probably crushing on you.
あれもそのガキか？
傘が飛ばされたんで敷地に入れてくださいってところかな。
なんだ、取ってやればいいじゃないか。
バカか君。門を開けた隙に何をしでかすかわからない。
Just throw it away then. You know, like the gates have I think, quite big of margin. Like you could just let the umbrella through. I don't know, just me.
これから講義があるから留守にしなくちゃならないんだ。その間の留守番をお願いしたい。
Ooh. That is quite expected from Kawase, you know? Even though you hate me being in this house so much, if that's what he wanted, I'll do it, but...
あれ？講義は午後からじゃないのか？
Probably a date with Hanazawa, I'm not gonna lie.
講義って言ったけど、ちょっと野暮用を思い出してね。結局帝大に行く用事さ。
そうか。
そうか。
着替えてくるから、暇ならそこでガキを見張っていてくれ。
Okay, I guess.
わかった。
わかった。Out in the rain, he was shivering. It wasn't that big of a deal to just keep an eye on a simple gate, but if he was ordering me to watch this abandoned puppy of a guy for nearly an hour, of course that would weigh on my conscience. Set down my warm coffee and headed for the front door. I grabbed the umbrella, folded up, and passed it to him through the bars of the gate. See? Think smart, guys.
受け取れ。
受け取れ。
あ、
Oh! He's one of the three kids. The one that I said was Minakami. He's the cute one. The white one. It shouldn't be a problem as long as I didn't open the gate. He took it hesitantly, then gave me a nervous look. His face was familiar.
もしや君は
Wasn't he one of those guys who had teased me at the bed house? Yeah, the one who helped you take your umbrella in the train or whatever. And now that I've thought about it, he was also one of the twerps who harassed me in the streetcar. Right, streetcar. Differently terrain. Okay.
あなた、誰ですか？
Of course he didn't know me. In this world, I hadn't gone to Kikai bathhouse, or had I had a encounter with them on the streetcar.
君はここいらに住んでいるのか？
Right. Kind of forgot about that. The timeline's kind of jumbled up, so I can't remember when is when.
いいえ。あ、そうです。ここら辺に住んでます。
Sus.
どっちなんだ？
His face turned pale. I turned around and there was Kawase.
にゃはは。
He's pissed. Kawase opened the gate slightly and slipped through. He glared at the young man and smiled with a scoff before leaving.
なあ少年、わかっただろう。あれは怖い大人なのだ。だからあんまりここをうろつくな。
ありがとうございます。ごめんなさい。
Gomenasai. So cute. So the music's a bit low, isn't it? Let me just crank that shit up. Crank it more. Crank it more. Is it too loud now? I don't know. It's fine. If it's too loud, it's fine.
それじゃあな。
失礼じゃな。
おい、待てよ。
Mana. I bet this is the fucking annoying guy that I said was like Kase. When I turned around, the one who seemed to be their leader was standing there. I didn't know where he had been hiding, but there was leaves and burrs stuck to his clothes.
あんたさ、痛い毛の少年がずぶ濡れだったのに放置すんの？
Yeah.
痛いけな少年は自分を痛いけとは言わん。
俺たちはそう言ったかもしれねえが、こいつは言ってねえだろ。
He pushed his drenched friend toward. What kind of
Ridiculous!
This class is ridiculous.
Very good.
ridiculous logic was that?
こいつ見てもなんとも思わねえのか？
暖かくしろよ。
てめえ。この屋敷の駒使いだかなんだか知らねえけど、やっぱり血も涙もねえ鬼だな。
Tamamori, do not open the doors for them. Come on. Kase, give you one job. One job.
鬼で結構。ここは通学路ではないぞ。寄り道せずにさっさと学校へ行け。
I wouldn't say campus is the right word here. You should use school. Because those are middle schoolers. How satisfying. Even if it was a bunch of brats I was arguing with, there was no doubt I had won. Oh, Tamamori, that little joyful of him.
てめえ、絶対覚えてろよ。
絶対にダメだよ。
もうやめようよ、工藤くん。
Oh my god, this kid.
工藤じゃねえ、ドゥーだ。
Dude.
ちゃんと隊員名で呼びやがれ。
Code name. His code name is Do. Okay. God, these kids watch too many. Well, I guess they should not have TV. They read too many comics. Oh my god, this kid is a cutie.
不正規連隊か。
I saw that guy, the leader guy, the one on the right, the boy. Kind of reminds me of Kusuha, which I kind of like.
No.
The rest of his sentence was probably going to be, how do you know that name? Because I came from the past, bitch. Sure enough, they were shocked. Overseas, there was a writer known as Conan Doyle, who had a detective novel called Sherlock Holmes. Is that not copyrighted? I guess not. Shunro Ashikawa had translated it as The Great Detective Hoshina, and was a pretty popular piece of literature. In the original Sherlock Holmes, there was a gang of street children who assisted the titular detective. They were called the Baker Street Irregulars. Okay. Whether these guys knew that or not, they had taken on an eerily similar name.
お遊びには付き合ってられん。
絶対暴いてやるからな。この人殺しども。
We what? I murder nobody, bro.
Duh.
Duh. Murderers? They had given both Kawase and me that disturbing label. When I returned to the living room, there was a brand new manuscript paper on the table. On the very first page was a single line that read, "You must be bored." Damn that Kawase in his spite.
春彦さん、それに帰る男。早速あなたたちの物語を書いてあげますよ。
Ooh.
して玉森くん、随分簡単に物を言うが、オラたちの物語をやすやすと書き出せるのかね。
自分の物語であれば一言一句間違えずに書けます。それに私のものだけじゃなく好きなものなら何でも。
Really, that's an amazing skill. Like, if you tell me to like remember one of the stories that I've written, I can't. Generally can't. I have like 3 games in making before and I accidentally delete it and I can't remake it because I don't remember what happened most of the time. Oh wow.
そうだったね。
例えば
Fetus, oh fetus. What? When was that? Right? Fetus, oh fetus. Why do you dance? Do you fear knowing your mother's heart?
あ、
I'd ended up writing a passage from Dogramagara without thinking. Oh. So I immediately crumpled it up and tossed it aside.
素直になったらどうだ、玉森くん。
今月刊行された新しい本だから頭に残っていただけです。ともかく邪魔しないでください。
Sure. I grabbed Haruhiko-san and the frogman by the napes of their neck and locked them out of the room. But they slid along the wall, slipped their way back in, and sat back down. Even though they were my hallucination, they were growing further apart from my own will with each passing day.
邪魔をする気はもとよりない。さあ、早くオラたちの物語を書き上げてくれ。
Demanding?
わかりましたよ。わかりましたから。話しかけないでください。
玉森さん
What did I just say, Frogman? What did I just say? I gave up and approached the window. The frogman was pointing at the young men who were now climbing up the iron gate. Wow.
バカにしよって。
I rushed out of the living room and headed for the front door. What is this jam? And that's when the 3 figures accidentally run right past me.
おーい、貴様らただじゃ置かないからな。
Chaos is gonna be so bad.
大人一人じゃ怖くねえよ。
They threw sand in my eyes and blinded me.
クソガキども。
Kusogagi-domo. Just what were they after? They stomped up the stairs to the 2nd floor. No, not the 2nd floor. I clung to the wall so I wouldn't miss any step as I rubbed my eyes. I was going slow, so the first door was already shut. That room belonged to Terioka Ikeda, the master of this manor.
おい、開けろ。
I turned the door up, but it was locked. I ran to Kawase's room next door and pulled the keys out from the drawer. But there were 20 heavy keys in a row. I continued to beat against the doors as I tried each key one by one.
貴様ら何のつもりだ。そこで何をしている。
I could hear them noisily opening drawers and overturning sheets. It was just as Kawase said, these guys were definitely thieves. When I had about half the keys left, my hand slipped and I dropped them. Stupid. With nothing left to lose, I turned the door up again. I must have turned it dozens of times. Finally, the door opened with a click. The 3 had their feet on the window as still as they grinned. The Bradinus was holding 2 books at his side.
そんなやつほっときゃいいのによ。
ほら行くぞ。
でも
Apparently, the timid one had opened the door for me. The other 2 were using a rope to climb down from the 2nd floor.
君はどうやら話が通じるようだな。
勝手に入ってごめんなさい。でも僕たちお金目当てじゃないんです。安心してください。
Really? Well, Kawase would not think the same. Guess I'm going to prison if Kawase is here.
ああ、安心している。君を責めるつもりはない。 だから詳しく話を聞かせてくれないか？どうしてこの部屋に用があった？
それは。
He froze, the eyes looking at me changed from doubtful to pleading. I immediately grabbed him by the waist and lifted over my shoulder. I'm stealing the kid!
キャトル
Katare! So the one is due. Now we get Quatare. What's the other one? I could hear that damn punk shouting outside the window. Perhaps he had heard his friends yell.
ドゥといいキャトルといいフランス語か。しゃれてるな。
Still holding my captive over my shoulder, I looked down from the window at the ones who had
卑怯
escaped.
だぞキャトルを離せ
話してほしくば理由を話せ。さもなければこいつをくすぐり殺す。
なんて大人げないやつだ
Stupid. I formally invited them to the living room. I tied the rope they had used to escape round the timid one. I then nearly spread open the books they had stolen.
貴様たち、押し入ったのは初めてではないな。
Their plan had been executed smoothly and really quickly. It was uncanny.
押し入った押し入ったのはてめえらだろ
工藤君。
だから隊員名で呼べ
で、工藤君、君たちが盗んだこの本は一体何だ？
I picked one back up and flipped through it. How shameless of them. It was Teruta Ikeda's personal journal.
それに、私と川瀬を人殺しと呼んだな。わけを教えてもらおうか。
When I returned the journal to the table with a thud, my captive jumped startled.
僕たちは池田さんの死因について調べてるんです。
Ikeda's dead? When? What? How?
死因？池田さんは亡くなってなどいない。腰を悪くしたとかで、2ヶ月前から鎌倉の方に療養に。
嘘です。池田さんは帝大生さんに殺されたんです。
何？
Nani?
おい
正直に話そう。だってこの人悪い人じゃなさそうだし。
いいやつがお前をぐるぐる巻きにするかよ
いいやつじゃなかったら貴様らをとっくにおまわりに突き出している。
I know, right? I think more than Tama was just curious, and it's like good plot points.
で、続きを。
He looked over at his companion as he slowly began to tell his story.
僕の家は神保町で三千堂という古書店を営んでいるんです。池田さんは毎週水曜に顔を出す常連さんでした。
The young man's story. One of Ikeda-san's hobby was collecting old maps, so he enjoyed buying maps of places all over Japan and studying them. The shopkeeper seemed to think of Ikeda-san as nothing more than a profitable customer. But Ikeda-san was nice to me. He was a warm person, like a oji-san. He would come in every week and he would huddle together. He'll teach me how to read the old maps. This is a samurai mansion. Here's the entrance. Stuff like that. It wasn't just an old map. He knew a lot about Western architecture too. This is our first time in this mansion. But Ikeda-san was always showing me the layout, so I memorized it. I'll invite you over to my manor next week. I was looking forward to it, but Ikeda-san never came for me.
だからそれは療養に。
僕に何も言わずに行っちゃうなんておかしいです。不思議に思ってここに来たら、あの帝大生さんに会ったんです。
なあ。
帝大生さんは言いました。ここにはそんな人はいないよって。
Well, I was just being sus at this point, but I doubt it. Come on. He's just like, no, you don't bother my father.
川瀬の、いや、その帝大生のことを池田さんから聞いていなかったのか？
聞いてません。ただ、犬と二人暮らししていると言っていました。A ちゃんっていう犬と。
I wondered why Ikeda-san had told him such a creepy lie.
君の名前は何と言ったかな？
加藤です。
Kato desu. So we have Kado and we have Kato. Who's the other one?
キャトルだろ
Oh, got that. But Kado doesn't sound like do. Maybe to do thing? I don't know.
加藤君、 君はあの帝大生を勘違いしている。奴は確かに冷酷非道の野郎だが、人殺しなんて野蛮なことはしない。まあ、動物を殺すことはあるかもしれんが。
He definitely would like kill like a small animal like a rat or something.
でも不思議なことが多すぎるんです。あの帝大生さんがこの屋敷を乗っ取るためにいろいろと仕組んだに違いないんです。
Kato-kun had some pretty outrageous idea. Rather than enjoying this mystery, he possessed the mind of a detective who wanted nothing more than to expose the truth.
日記を盗んだのはどうしてだ？
池田さんは日記を書くのも趣味だと言ってたんです。
別にざっと目を通す限り異様だとは思わないが、日付もちょうど鎌倉に療養に行った日で止まっている。
だからそれがおかしいんです。どうして療養先にこの日記を持っていかなかったのか。
That was true, he did have a point there. It was difficult to think that he had forgotten something to take something he used daily with him.
やっぱりあの帝大生さんが殺したんだ。
待て待て加藤君、数々の疑問については私がカーセに直接聞いておく。
でもおかしいだろ。池田のじいさんがいなくなった日から羽振りが良くなったんだぜ。
I mean, he was adopted to the family. So I don't...
お前ら、どうしてカーセの財布事情まで。
別に関係ねえだろ。もういい。行くぞお前ら。
そうだね。こいつ何にも知らなさそうだし。
おい、まだ話は終わってないだろう。加藤君がどうなってもいいのか。
Kato-kun easily slipped out of the rope and stood up.
今日はお邪魔してすみませんでした。本当は帝大生さんがいないうちにこっそり探ろうと思ったんですけど。
You know, Tama, why did you just tell them? Like, Kawase is his adopted son. Just tell him that.
ともかく謎については私がカーセに聞いておいてやる。だがどこに答えを持っていけば？
三千堂書店に来てください。合言葉は主と朝寝がしてみたいです。
I think we'll be called to police if I say that. No? What a shameless password. Does that mean they know Shinsaku Tasugi's poem?
てめえのこと認めたわけじゃねえからな。
Yeah.
そうだぞ。アンがお前を気に入らなかったら秘密保持のためそれなりの刑に処すからな。
私は別に不正規連隊謎に興味はない。くだらない勇敢に付き合っている暇はないのだ。ただ友人の濡れ衣を晴らしてやれればそれでいい。
タマさん、それじゃあもろもろよろしくお願いします。
Cute. We got a nickname. And with that, they went out the front door with noisy footsteps. Kato-kun carefully closed the gate and bowed respectfully. From the window, I watched them leave as I brought my cold coffee to my mouth. He had called me Tama-san, hadn't he? How does he know my name? Dun dun da! How does he know your name? I don't know. They looked into wallets and knew people's names. They were more mysterious than their say. The irregular regiment. I thought they were just messing around, but they were actually pretty efficient at gathering information. Anyway, for the time being, this was settled. I need to hide the journals and keys so Kawase wouldn't find out they had been here. I went up the stairs and entered Ikeda-san's room, where I looked over the disastrous scene again and sighed. The dust had been wiped off the spots they had touched and leaving scattered handprints behind. Using my sleeve, I cleared the dust away completely as I closed the open drawers one by one. I didn't know where the journals belonged, but I figured I should put them in a desk drawer or something. When I picked one of the open drawers, I spotted a red collar. A collar. I wondered where the dog went. Kawase ate it. What kind of dog was it? Ikeda-san must have watched it running around in spacious garden from this window. Kawase hated animals. It seemed possible that he can give it poison and kill it. Honestly, would not be surprised. Genuinely would not be surprised. I returned to the living room and faced my manuscript. The fragment Nariko-san was so easy for me to write a story I had written once before that I could do it with my eyes closed. But my mind was occupied with Kawase.
玉森さん、玉森さん、川瀬さん帰ってきましたよ。
Fucking screwed. Wrong man.
ご苦労、帰る男。
Set my manuscript down and headed for the front door.
遅かったな。
教授と話し込んでてさ。悪かったね。変わったことは？
安心しろ。あのガキどもも寄りつかなかったぞ。
I would just tell him the honest thing.
ならよかった。何ぼさっとしてるのさ。
今日は夕方から田舎見と東洋キネマに行く約束をしているのだ。そろそろ行かねばならない。
そうだったんだ。言ってくれればもっと早く帰ったのに。
よかったら川瀬も来ないか？
俺は遠慮するよ。
だよな。
Oops. Alright, in here Kawase haven't talked about him and Minakami like a weird feud. He had no interest in entertainment, yet alone horror films.
ちょっと待って、玉森君。これ、少ないけど留守番のお礼だ。
Little did you know, we kinda not watch the house properly.
金が欲しくて頼まれたわけじゃない。
He took 10 yen from his wallet as though it were nothing. I felt my knees go weak at the sight of so much money.
せめて5円くらいで。
今晩はそれで宿を探してくれ。軽い手切れ金みたいなものだ。
だがせめて原稿くらいは置かせてくれ。今に書きかけの原稿がある。
いいよ。どっかにぶち込んでおくから。じゃあね。
じゃあね。
と、一つ聞き忘れたことがあった。この屋敷に犬はいたか？
犬？なんでまた？
何やら動物の毛が落ちていたのだ。
何色の？
He was answering my questions with questions.
おそらく黒か灰。これがその毛だ。
へえ。君みたいな癖っ気だね。
It was my hair.
犬なんて飼ってないよ。ただ、俺がここに住む2年前のことは詳しくわからない。
だが、近所の人には犬を飼っていると池田さんが吹いていたらしいぞ。
誰から聞いたの？
だから、近所の人が来て。
お隣の人？それとも向かい？
Oh, you're screwed up about it. You should have lied. You shouldn't have lied.
3軒お隣。
I answered randomly. When I did Kawase grin and walk past me.
俺は興味ないから知らないけど、そんなに噂が広がってるんじゃ、可愛い犬でもいたかもね。
What's in that creepy music? I love it, I love it, I love it. Kawase definitely seems to be hiding something. But there was no way it was something as huge as killing Ikeda-san. The reason was simple. There was no way a germaphobe like Kawase could kill anyone. Mortality didn't even play into it. He couldn't even touch people to begin with. But I felt like there were so many mysteries that I could not ignore them. I would ask Minakami about it. There were a lot of things I want to talk to him about when I saw him tonight. Now let's see if Minakami survived. Tokyo Kinema was swarming. Yes, I'm still saying Kinema. Was swarming with moviegoers. That means it was 7 o'clock. But I was alone in the lobby, leaning against the wall by the entrance. Minakami, why aren't you coming? Mina! A single door separated me from the film narrator, exciting the viewers. When I went to go in, the caramel seller was standing right in front of the door. I snorted and suddenly called out to him.
少年、キャラメル1箱。
はい。
ところで、おかっぱ頭で糸目の男を知らないか？
ああ、その人知ってますよ。今日の昼に見かけました。それがどうしたの？
So Minakami didn't follow our orders. Mina.
その男は一人だったか？
お兄さん、その人のこと調べてるんすか？それならそれ相当のものをくれないと。
このキャラメルを君にやる。
見てわかんないっすか？ キャラメル売ってるくらいキャラメル食い飽きてるんすけど。
ではせんべいを。
金だよ金。
いやしい主戦度め、もういい。
I dramatically grabbed my umbrella and went back out to stand in the rain. Minakami wasn't here. Time passed, the movie ended, and the guests came out. The ushers as well, the caramel seller too, and the film narrator. Don't. I think I know what they're doing here. I think they're pointing out like Kawase was the killer, because Kawase was out on business when he was supposed to go to university. He went to Toyamikinawa with Minakami and killed him? Because, like, Kawase doesn't have an alibi. Except, if you talk to the professor. Everyone was on their way home. I suddenly watched their backs as I continued to wait for Minakami. I waited and waited, but Minakami didn't come.
下宿先に行くかい？
いえ、もう少し待ちます。
恩着せがましいことを考えてるんじゃないだろうね。
そんなつもりはありません。責める気ももうありません。だって何か事情があったに決まってますから。
そうだな。あれだけ君が忠告したんだ。水上くんが無視するとは思えない。
水上はもともとおかしなやつなんです。本に気を取られて電車を乗り過ごしたり、小学生の時なんて通学路を過ぎて隣村まで歩いて行ったこともあるんですよ。
また何かに巻き込まれてなければいいがね。電話の一本入れておいてもいいんじゃないかな。
Yeah, to the... I was about to say that you should check out with the Oizumi residents. God, I'm not prepared for another Minakami death, okay? I am not prepared for this. I grabbed the phone and had the operator connect me to the Oizumi residence. But no one picked up. I finally gave up and leaned against the wall. It was the same, but I remember that I had headed to the Oizumi residence that night. Minakami didn't show up. Madam had gone out, so the house was definitely empty. And then I had passed Naoshi-kun.
確実に直し君は家にいる。
ということはあいついるっすか。
Naoshi-kun's story. Naoshi Oizumi. First time I met Naoshi-kun was by chance. When I was heading to the outhouse late one cold night, I saw a shadow running towards me. My legs gave out after letting out a scream. I'd pissed myself on the spot. He saw me, smiled, and opened the front door and disappeared into the rain. The next morning, I found out that he was Naoshi-kun, Madam's only son. I had the chance to formally meet the day after that, but he wouldn't even look at me in the eye. That one night was the only night he had ever given a smile. I thought he hated me, but the next day he showed me more his talkative side. Still wasn't sure which one was the real Naoshi-kun. Hide and Jekyll time? I tried calling one more time.
やめておきなさい、玉森君。どうせ彼は出ん。
わかってます。ただの嫌がらせですよ。
Oizumi resident. Sorry. The Oizumi resident's phone would be noisy enough to jerk him awake in the middle of the night. I was playing mind games with him. I no longer care if he picked up or not. Or so I thought, but...
もしもし。あんた誰？
玉森だ。お久しぶりだな。
なんだ、タマさんか。皆さんなら出かけてるよ。
そうか。うん。水上が帰ったらよろしく伝えてくれ。
わかった。お母様に代わる。
いや、遠慮する。
嘘だよ。お母様は今日お友達とお茶会があるって言って出かけた。
Shitだな。I know.
ところで、用事があるのは皆さんだけ？本当は僕に用事があるんじゃないの？
From Naoshi-kun? Not really.
困ってるんでしょ。
ピンチ？
君、一体何を知っているんだ？
皆さんから聞いたんだよ。家を追い出されて困ってるって、ね。
Why had that jerk Minakami got out his head to tell him that?
お母様の帰りは遅くなると思うから、その前に来てくれたらタマさんをかくまえるよ。
本当か？
実はそれも皆さんからの頼みなんだけどね。
みんな。He did?
無視してもよかったんだけど、ほら僕っていい子だからさ。
Was Naoshi-kun always like this?
10時になる前に来てね。それ以降は僕も寝ちゃうから。
ありがとうございます。
それじゃあ切ります。
Nah. Naoshi-kun was a good guy.
玉森さん、今夜の宿は確保できましたね。
だからどうしたというのだ。水上の所在は依然わからぬままだ。
水道橋と柳橋、どっち行きます？
なんだその二択は。
水上さんが首を吊った場所と水上さんが流れ着いた場所の二択です。
Can we choose? I would pick Suido Bridge. But that's me. What the Rockman said was pretty creepy. I can't believe those words would come out from his mouth.
水上が今日ここに来られなかったのはそういう運命だったのだ。
でも
さあ、大泉の家に行こ
う。Well, we didn't get a choice. I wanted to choose. Streetcar swayed as I headed to the Oizumi residence. As we passed Suido Bridge, I shut my eyes tight.
本当に来たんだ。
すまない。一晩世話になる。
いいから早く来て。
It had been a while since I stepped over this threshold. As soon as I did, the nostalgic scent of tatami spread through my chest.
ちょっと、玄関に堂々と傘置かないでよ。バレるだろう。カゴの裏に隠して。
He instructed me on everything. Even had to wipe the water off my shoes and slip them into my pockets.
靴、綺麗だね。
水上が上京祝いに買ってくれたのだ。
It is the shiny black ones. Ah, my heart.
へえ、皆さんもおのぼりさんなのに不思議なことするね。タマさんは何かあげたの？
いいよ。
もらってばっかり？解消なしのクズだな。
Thanks.
うるさいぞ。
僕にそんな口聞くわけ。
The way he was speaking and acting was starting to resemble Kawase. Instead of getting angry, I opted for sucking up and lowered my hand in shame.
で、今日はここで寝て。
もう。
The place he let me was my old room. At that moment, it was empty, but Minakami's scent was coming from the one single door separating the adjoining room.
悪いな、直志君。
When I immediately lay down on the tatami, he yelled and lifted me up by the arm.
万一のことがあったら大変だから、タマさんは皆さんのとこの押し入れで寝てね。
Now she can open the sliding door and let me to Minakami's room.
私の特技はどこでも寝られることだ。こんなガラクタ置きは苦でもないぞ。
じゃあ頼らないでほしかったな。
何か言ったか？
どこでも寝れるんなら駅で寝ればって言ったんだ。
包み隠さないんだな、君は。
Now she could suddenly cocked his head.
お母様が帰ってきた。
何？
ともかく早く寝て。朝起こしに来るから、それまで絶対物音立てないでね。
はい、わかった。それと直志君、できれば朝握り飯も用意してくれると。
じゃあ1円は用意しておいてね。
He said as he lowered his cap and closed the closet door. It was pretty cramped. I wouldn't be able to fit unless I bent my knees. It eventually became difficult to breathe, so I opened the door slightly. Even if this room was in the middle of the mansion, Madame probably wouldn't go into someone else's room. From the gap, I spotted Minakami's desk. There were reference books on it. His bookshelf was also crammed. What I wanted to find out last time I came here was whether Minakami had read The Phantom in the Basement or not. I mentioned it before, but when Minakami read in his own room, he only did so at his desk. That's because it gave him the best posture as not to get tired. Even if he sat cross-legged, his arms wouldn't cramp, his legs wouldn't fall asleep. That's why if I look around his desk, I know what he was currently reading. At that moment, my manuscript wasn't there.
原稿は持って行っちゃったんですよ、きっと。
Didn't we ask him to give it back? Didn't we? Did we? I can't remember. Genuinely can't remember.
なぜそうだと思う？
だってこの部屋に帰ってきた形跡がありません。私服もそのままかけられてるし。
しかし玉森くん、カエル男、おかしな点が一つあるぞ。
Haruhiko-san crawled out from behind the sliding door and roamed around the room.
水上くんのカバンには君の原稿は入っていなかった。
カバン？
水上くんの死体を確認したとき、一緒にカバンも見つかっただろう。そのカバンの中に君の原稿はなかった。
So he did get killed for the manuscript. But why? Oh, mystery. So, the thing that killed him was the manuscript. Could be, right? Writing that down.
あれはいわば別世界での話。本当に些細なことですが、行いは変わっているんです。当てにならない。
それじゃあいよいよ君の原稿がどこへ行ったかわからんな。まあどうでもいいが。
僕もどうでもいいです。
協力してくださいよ。
水上くんが読んで死のうと読まずに死のうと、オラたちには重要ではないからな。
And the two dissolved into the wall. Even my hallucinations were of no help. There were a ton of things I wanted to ask Minakami when he got back tonight. Eventually, I found the moonlight to be a nuisance, so I slid the door closed a bit. Being in the moonlight and hearing the sound of the rain falling made the night eerie. How many days would I have to keep living like this? I let out a long sigh. When I did, it felt as though my body had somehow deflated and was melting into this space. I had no plans at all to return to the country. I was worried about the grandmother I had left behind, but I felt like even if I did go back, I would just worry her more than necessary. I saw two glowing eyes between my legs. Something was stepping firmly around my thighs to lower abdomen as it comes closer. It's a cat! Suddenly, it licked the tip of my nose? I opened the sliding door. A kitten suddenly jumped out and tried to meow, but only its mouth moved. He got a cat! Oh, my heart! I love him even more. He's still number one. Minakami's cat?
お前がいつも天気を当ててくれるんだってな。毛づくろいの手が耳の裏に行けば雨。表では晴れってな。
So cute. It tilted its head. I waved my hand for it to come closer, but the cat wouldn't come.
母猫はどうした？一人か？
Don't tell me that's Minagami. No, right? No. The cat tried to meow again, but only its mouth moved.
かわいそうに。間引かれたのだな。
The cat tilted its head again in the opposite direction. It's a good thing Minagami had brought it in, but if it didn't come home, it wouldn't have been able... It wouldn't be able to have a proper meal. Same as me.
朝になれば私の飯を少し分けてやる。
The cat let out another silent meow. Thinking it was sort of cute, I stretched my hand towards it, but the cat ended up running off somewhere. Hey, wait. I was about to speak up, but I noticed footsteps approaching. I quickly hid myself in the closet. Someone slowly walked into Minakami's room. The footsteps were probably Madam's. Why was she in Minakami's room? Maybe she'd come to grab one of Minakami's books? I heard the sound of pages being flipped through.
バカな人。
Honestly, I was a fool. The confusion that had welled up inside me at Madam's father had come out flying out my mouth. Stupid! Oh my god, no, he's so dumb. Her toes swiftly turned towards me. This is the end. Saddest thing about this was I was going to have to search out in the rain for a place to stay again. The door by my feet slowly slid open. At that moment, right beside me, a meow jumped from behind the sliding door separating us.
あなただったのね。
The cat seems to have flopped down again. Adam went out to the hall and opened the door to the garden. With a splash, the cat landed on all fours out in the rain. Seemed to have been chased out. As soon as I thought one of the problem was gone, I had a strange sound. And I accidentally peeked my face out from behind the door. I saw that Madame had rolled up both sleeves and was pulling books from Minakami's bookshelf with everything she had. Something strange was going on in the dim light. I had always thought Madame was a scary person, but... She suddenly stopped moving and turned around. I ducked down and hit myself in her blind spot in the nick of time. She shut the door tight, unaware that I was right there next to her. It really does strain my ears in the darkness. Madame fiddled with the bookshelf for a while. Once she was done, she let out a heave-ho in her deep voice and left the room. Madame's footsteps grew distant. When I slid the door open, the scene was no different from before or was spread before me. What was that about? What exactly had she taken with her? Up until now, Madame had never come into our rooms. And yet she touched his bookshelf without hesitation, pulled something out and left. It was way too suspicious, but there was no way I could ever question her about it. After I closed the door, I also closed my eyes and gave up. Everybody's being sus, like what's going on, honestly? The door opened slightly. I shut up with this gasp and hit my head hard.
おはよう、タマさん。ぶつけたの？
直しくん、おはよ
ほら、これおにぎり。僕が握ったんだよ。
Nashikun taunted me by waving an onigiri on a plate in front of me. I came out of the closet like a dog and scarfed it down in one bite. It was pretty salty, but it actually revived me.
今お母様が読書を始めたから、出て行くなら今のうちだよ。
すまない、直しくん。
I know. I slowly slipped out of the room and went on to the hall. I headed straight for the front door and took out the shoes I was hiding. While I was caught up in my tying my shoelace, the phone suddenly rang in front of me. Madame, like Minakami, was the type to not hear anything when she was concentrated on her reading. That's why, if it were any noise other than this, she would have noticed me. I need to hurry. Madame would be coming at any moment. Now she could immediately open an umbrella, dropped it on the floor, and chased me behind it.
あら、直し。お出かけなさるの？
うん。
気をつけて。
Once Madame had finished her greeting Naoshi-kun, she gracefully picked up the phone.
大泉です。はい。池田さん、存じております。
Ikeda-san, so Kawase?
ええ。タマさんはもうこの家には。はい。この度はご愁傷様です。お悔やみ申し上げます。それでは、詳しいことは。
So Mina died.
どういうことだ？
もう
Without thinking, I jumped up from the shadow of the umbrella and took the phone from Madame.
おい、川瀬！ご愁傷様って一体何なのだ？
それについては直接君に。
I looked around. Madame was shocked while Naoshi-kun lowered his head and head. I was just as shocked as they were. Kawase sighed over the phone.
まあ電話に出られたんなら都合がいい。神保町にある新常盤橋行きの停留所で待っていてくれ。すぐ行くから。
It's a different bridge! Phone went dead. Surprisingly, when I returned the phone to the receiver, even Madame's expression had changed.
タマさん、気を落とさないでちょうだいね。
いや。
God, I can't comprehend what's going on. I watched the third class. I can't even read now. I watched the third street car go by, and then the fourth and the road with him. The two of us took our seats in silence. There seemed to be a lot of people wearing face masks. Visible germs scattered around with all the coughs and sneezes. Just looked in the opposite direction with my mouth agape like my goldfish.
どこから君に伝えたらいいんだろう。
Now I know what happened.
今朝、浅草警察署から連絡があったんだ。水上が
水上が死んだことか。
心当たりあったんだね。そうだよな。君は確か水上と東洋キネマに。
活動には一人で行った。奴は東洋キネマに来なかった。
そう。これから死体安置所に行くよ。身元確認を頼まれているから。聞き忘れたけど、当然時間はあるよね。
ああ。
I had prepared my heart too. I can't with this twice. We got off a Shintokiwa bridge and transferred to Maramachi line and came to Asakusa bridge. After walking for a while, we stood in front of Asakusa police station, South Mount Motamachi branch. That's when we finally spoke.
嫌だったら来なくていいんだよ。
何も恐れることはない。
カフェでも行こうか。
な
あ。あのさ、
なんだ。
君、ちょっと変わったね。
Yeah, well, this is not my first rodeo, and it's happening exactly the same. When we got back to cafe near Kanda Bridge, we ordered our usual coffees. Kawase sipped his, but mine was getting cold as I stirred with my spoon for the 100th time. What was I so sad about? There was no mistake, the course was Minakami's.
冷たかったね。死んでるとは思えなかった。
水上は死んでいない。水難者は上がったというのだ。水上は上がった。
And he was
だがあい
hung.
つには首を絞めた跡があった。
Yeah, this
長
again.
い紐も見ただろう。水死じゃない。首吊りだよ。
Kawase spoke as he lit his match, annoyed.
川瀬は水上に嘘をつかれたことはあるか？
ないよ。冗談は言ってもからかうようなことをするやつじゃないよね。
Yep.
私は水上と約束したのだ。水道橋には近づくな。夜の活動に必ず来いと。
嫌な予感でもあったの？じゃあそれが自殺の兆候だ。
だから水上は殺されたのだ。
橋から落ちた拍子に首の骨が折れて即死。その後紐が切れて川に落ち、流れて柳橋だ。
Oh, it's the same bridge. Okay, so everything's going on as the Wheel of Faith.
殺されたのだ。
あのね、君。
Kawase was about to let an annoyed sigh, but he suppressed it and seemed to finally give up.
通り魔の仕業だ。神保町に現れる怪人の話だ。
それは君の空想の話だろう。夜な夜な人をさらう怪人とか言う。
だから現実に怪人はいるのだ。
いろいろやばいよ、玉森君。
みんな傘を差して自分の足元しか見ていない。
What are we
だから
making?
誰が誰を川に突き落とそうと見ていない。
Why are
目
we?
撃者がいないのはそういうことだ。
Why are we making the same argument? Take him to the basement with the Asakusa police. Bro, there's a guy in this basement. Like, I don't know, do something about it.
誰も現場を見ていないのはそういうことかもね。
それに私はその怪人の住処を知っている。なあ川瀬、信じてもらえないかもしれないが。
冷静になってよ。ショックなのはわかる。水上は君に何一つ残さなかった。原稿の感想も遺書も何もかも。正直に言うよ。俺から見たら今の君は滑稽だ。
そこまで言うか。
俺は水上みたいに甘くないからね。すぐにとは言わないけど、水上の死を受け入れることが唯一の弔いになるんじゃないかな。
十分受け入れているさ。
どこが？
受け入れているからこうしてあがいてるんだろう。
I hate that! Why is this happening again? I can't.
こうなることを変えたくて私は。
I began. I saw the difference of my words. What the hell did I come back for? What should I have done? You accompany him? Oh my god, I'm so mad. I'm so mad. Oh. I can't deal. I can't deal. Oh god, I'm not okay. I am not okay. I know that no matter how much I waited, Minakami wouldn't show up at the theater. And I meant nothing to Minakami. I clutched my head and put it on the table. I could no longer take this on my own. This straight out break.
今から言うことを最後まで聞いてほしい。私たちがこのカフェでこうしてコーヒーを飲むのは2回目なのだ。
2回目 ?2 回どころじゃないでしょ。週に4回以上は。
この議題を話すのは2回目なのだ。私にとっては。
玉森くん、はっきり聞かせてよ。
私は3日後から来た。
I pulled out the honorary silver watch from my pocket.
目覚めた時、すべて夢だと思った。でも懐には花沢からもらった銀時計があったのだ。
花沢に会ったの？
まだ会っていない。
会ってないのに、どうしてこれがここにあるんだよ。
だからそれは。
やっぱり聞かなかったことにする。
Listen to me, Kawase! Slamming money down the table, Kawase left the cafe.
おい、川瀬！
今の君には付き合いきれないよ。
Kawase walked at a quick pace, leaving me behind. When he accidentally stepped in a puddle, he froze on the spot. He slowly turned around, a stunned look on his face.
散々だな。
That's what you get! That's what you get, bitch!
君は狂ってるしで、俺は人間不信。改めて考えると、ひどい関係だよな。
信じてほしいとはもう言わん。ただ、聞いてほしい。水上を殺した奴は、梅鉢堂の地下に住んでいる。
なんだそれ。
Kawase snorted. Completely fed up, he lifted his foot out of the puddle and came charging towards me.
そもそもさ、なんで俺が君の批評を引き受けたか、わかる？君の書く物語が、現実と空想がごっちゃになってるからだよ。困る人もいるんだ。
Okay.
そうかもしれない。だがもう区別はついてる。
ついてるとは思えないね。はあ、俺まで頭おかしくなりそうだ。水上が死んで、玉森くんも気が違って。
私は正常だ。
バカがバカですって自己紹介するかよ。
Kawase said before putting on his mantle and jumping on the streetcar that came right at that moment.
川瀬！
I frantically ran after the streetcar, but Kawase was walking farther and farther into the back. Eventually, I couldn't chase after it anymore.
君と彼の信頼関係はこの程度だということだ。玉森くん、気を。
Oops, sorry. Who would believe me? Who would believe something like this? Even I didn't believe it. So how could anyone else? Yeah, even our stuff, the owner was like, what the fuck you talk about? You smoking weed, bruh? God, I'm not okay. This story bums me out. I arrived at Sanshido bookstore. Ignoring the paper with "Sorry, we're closed" written on it, I opened the glass door.
タマさん、
加藤君。
帝大生さんについて何かわかりましたか？
いや、それがだな。
おい、あい言葉が先だろ。
I'm on top of the pile of books was Dew, aka Kudo-kun. The leader of the Brats was here too.
三千世界のカラスを殺し。
主と朝寝がしてみたい。
Slight hesitation, I answered. Kato-kun's face lit up when I did.
よかった、覚えてた。
今日は君たちに謝りに来た。昨夜友人が亡くなってな。池田さんについて聞けるほど余裕がなくなってしまったのだ。
Kato-kun's face fell.
すまない。それとその合言葉は やめた方が。
どうして亡くなったんですか？
もしかしてさ、死んだあんたの友人って柳橋で見つかった土左衛門？
もう噂は広まってるか。
そりゃあもう。
タマさんの知り合いってことは、帝大生さんの知り合いでもあるってことですか？
ああ、そうとも言えるが。
Katokun and the one with glasses turn to each other.
そいつも帝大生さんに殺されたんじゃないの？
そういえば、君の名は。
トロワことトバ。
トロワはトバ。Okay.
おい、トロワ
Aside from Kudokun, they didn't seem to insist on using their code names.
鳥羽くん。前にも言ったが、川瀬は人を殺すようなやつじゃない。
あんた、本当に帝大生さんの友達？
Well, no. We established that.
あんたが一方的にそう思ってるだけで、本当はただの小遣いだったりしない？
私は、奴を幼い頃から知っている、旧知の仲だ。
嗜好品は？
あいつのか？タバコとコーヒーだ。
癖は？
癖？なんだろうな。潔癖症は癖と呼べるのか？
質問を質問で返すなよ。嫌いなものは？
Animals.
猫と雨。
Tobacco let us high.
あんたの情報、傍から見てればわかることばっかりだ。
True though. Even Katokun let us high. What were they trying to say? If they were saying I wasn't very observant, I wasn't about to agree with them, argue with them, I mean.
その話は置いといてだな。実は君たちに折り入って。
Heavy books suddenly came flying from Kudokun direction.
ガキの遊びだと思ってんだろ。てめえ。
やめて、工藤くん。
うるせえ。お前は黙ってろ。
I love this kids.
俺は別によ、池田のじいさんに恩はねえ。だがな、弟分が世話になってちゃ黙ってらんねえんだ。生きてりゃ礼を言う。死んでりゃ弔いの言葉くらい送ってやりてえんだよ。だから。
工
Oops, sorry.
かっこいいぞ。
Tobacco clapped his hands. What was with this tree?
私はお前らのことをバカにはしていない。ませた合言葉を使うし、なぜか私の名前も知っているし、何より柳橋の土左衛門こと私の友人を自殺とは思っていないようだし。
ああ。
実は折り入ったお願いというのは、この私を不正規連隊に入れてほしいのだ。
はあ？
Katokun was momentarily stunned, but he pulled a French dictionary down from the top of the bookshelf.
アン、ルー、トロワ、キャトル、サンク、シス。シス、タマさんは今日からシスです。
アンとサンクは不在か？
そう簡単に入れるわけねえだろ。
ここはひとまず私の相談に乗ってくれれば、後で池田さん殺人事件について全力で協力してやらんこともない。
相談って何なんだよ。
君たちは何やら神保町の怪人について知っているようだな。
The trio look at each other.
なんでそれ？
私も相当の情報通ということだ。仲間にしておいて損はないと思うぞ。
We're with the kids now. But still, this has gotten weird. What I had wanted to do was ask them about the rumors surrounding the giant that was over 6 feet tall. I figured I would part ways with their regular regimen after that, but... now I was now leading them to Ikeda Manor. I'll explain the situation later. What's happening? Once we arrived at Ikeda Manor, I rang the doorbell. Kawase quickly came out. As expected, he had a foul look on his face.
さっきの続きならもういいよ。
聞いてほしい。
何？少しは目が覚めたって？
実はそれとこれとは関係なくて、お前に会いたいという客人を連れてきたのだ。
Katokun came up from behind me. A gust of wind fanned Kawase's cigarette smoke up. Calming down, he threw the cigarette to the ground and snuffed it out with his toe.
入りね。
Surprisingly, Kawase opened the iron gate without any sort of negotiating. Then he silently flashed an eerie smile at only me.
お茶と泥水、どっちが良かったかな。
Muddy water.
お茶がいいに決まってるだろ。
工藤君、妙な喧嘩腰はやめろ。
んだよ。喧嘩売ったのはあっちだろ。っていうか文句あんのか、新人のくせに。
The three of them were trying to act brave but shaking nervously. However, Kudo-kun was the only one trying not to show it by glaring up at Kawase.
おい、帝大生。このお茶、ほこりが浮いてるぞ。
茶の産毛も知らないの？これだから小じきは困るね。
He wasn't even being very mature. I had also provoked them before, but Kawase really looked down on them. Once we all took a seat, Kawase broke the ice with a cough.
で、何なの君たち。
僕は三千堂書院の店員です。
へえ。君が加藤芸太左衛門くんか。
芸太左衛門。
君のことは池田さんからよく聞いてるよ。
なら話が早い。この加藤君が池田さんの所在を教えてほしいというのだ。いや、しかしすごい名前だな、君。
父が力士好きでして。
Okay, but wait, 芸太左衛門 sounds like a Digimon.
池田さんは腰を悪くして鎌倉の別荘で療養中だ。
嘘です。
どうして嘘をつかなくちゃならないのさ。
あなたはこの池田邸を乗っ取ろうとしている。
君、どっかの文士さんみたいに突拍子もないことを言うんだね。
I felt like he was insulting me while he was at it. But I had nothing to do with this, so I kept quiet and had my tea in my mouth.
あなたの怪しい点はたくさんあるんです。まず裏庭の井戸。あなたは1ヶ月前に井戸を埋めている。
井戸？そんなのあったかな。
ありました。池田さんからこの家の設計図を見せてもらったことがありますから。
若いのに変わった趣味だね。
それに中途半端にやめられた日記。池田さんは毎日欠かさず日記を書いてました。療養先に持っていかないなんておかしいです。
日記なんてどうして君が。
Oh, well now I'm screwed. Kawase suddenly looked at me.
君、もしかしてこいつら入れたの？
入れたというか、侵入されたというか、押し入られたというか。
最低だ。
最低だ。
金品は取られてないぞ。
言い訳はいいよ。けど、そう思われても仕方ないか。
Kawase recrossed his legs. When he did, he completely changed, a sneer crossing his face.
池田さんは帝大医学部の元総理で、無条件で帝大に入れる家族っていう立派な肩書き付きだ。若い男が老人を垂らし込んだ。そう見てるんだろ。
池田さんってそんなにすごい人だったのか。
けどよく考えてみてよ。学もないのに帝大に合格して、そいつが卒業できると思う？卒業も保証してくれる元総理を殺すわけないでしょ。
でもあなたに学があったら池田さんは必要ない。池田さんはあなたにとって合格を保証してくれる保険でしかなかったんだ。
Not gonna lie, those kids are pretty smart. Like, that's a valid argument.
俺は合格不合格に固執してないよ。落ちたら落ちたで、浪人生になってまた時期を伺うさ。そんなに俺を人殺しにしたいみたいだね。池田さんは優しい人だから、君が恋しくなる気持ちもわかるよ。
Kawase spoke in a calm voice. I had never heard from him in the decades we had known each other. Struck by his suddenly kind expression and sympathetic eyes, Kato-kun's eyes own filled with tears. He drank down his tea with one gulp and ran out of the house. Kudo-kun and Tama-kun also ran as fast as they could, calling out Kato-san's name as they went. Seeing that, I also got up, but of course I wasn't loyal enough to go after them.
何なの？あれ。
少年期特有の探偵ごっこだろう。私たちもしたじゃないか。
We made a secret hideout in the tree, and we even had a game where we guessed the name of animals that had been run over. Wasn't that a fun game? When I smiled, waiting for him to agree, he narrowed his eyes at me.
君の口癖を借りるなら、 それとこれとは関係ないだろ。俺たちは他人に迷惑をかけるようなことはしなかった。
だが私たちもこの町で生まれれば同じようなことをしてたかもしれん。
The silence was way too thick. My cold sweat dripped to the floor.
君は俺を人殺しとか疑っておいてよくも平然とここにいられるね。
誤解だ。私はお前が人殺しなんて思ってない。そもそも潔癖症のお前が人に触れられるとは思えないからな。
そうだよね。
To be honest, how ironic is this? Because we started out in Gaose's room at the start of this episode, and then we were ending it at also Gaose's room. Because my laptop decided to get enough recording time today, and it's been lagging for quite a while, so I have to wait like 5 minutes for each line, and I'm not up for it. Again, leaving it not on a cliffhanger, but I guess sorta, because we still don't know what happened to Minakami. Honestly, by this point, I should keep a cry tally, because I think that's the 3rd time I cry playing this game, and most of them is because of Minakami. So yeah, thank you everyone for watching. Merry Christmas to everyone who celebrates it. And I'm gonna go make some potato cakes. Bye bye.